Today, we're going to unravel the story of SiSaKet's incredible silk textiles. And believe me, this isn't just about fabric. It's about how a community weaves its history, its land, and its very soul into every single thread.
So that's the big question we're tackling today, right? Can a simple piece of cloth truly capture the identity of a place? Well, in SiSaKet, the answer is a huge yes. And we're about to find out exactly how.
Okay, so to really understand the textiles, we first have to understand the people. SiSaKet is this vibrant cultural melting pot, and that diversity is the very foundation of its amazing craft traditions.
As you can see, the province is a rich ethnic tapestry. It's home to four main groups: the Lao, the Khmer, the Sue, who are also called the Kui, and the Yer. Each one brings its own distinct culture, which all weaves together to create this layered identity for the whole region.
And you know what unites all these diverse groups? It's a shared ancestral skill, this piece of inherited wisdom that's been passed down through generations, the incredible art of weaving. It's like a common language, but it's spoken through silk. So, what makes these fabrics so unique? Well, it all starts with the colors. And they don't come from a bottle. Nope, they're drawn directly from the earth in a collection known as Benja Si. This refers to 5 signature fabrics, each one defined by its natural, locally sourced dye. And this table just lays it all out, doesn't it? It perfectly shows the connection between the land and the loom. You've got 5 distinct fabrics. Fa Si Lawa gets its red-brown from volcanic soil. Fa Si Kula gets that light gray from the soil of the famous Tung Kula fields. The next 3 come from local plants: Madan bark for a dark brown, the Lam Duan flower for a pale yellow, and ebony fruit for a really striking glossy black. Let's take a closer look at each one. First up is Fa Si Lawa. This fabric has this deep, rich red-brown color that comes straight from the iron-rich volcanic soil in places like Khun Han and Kantharalak. It is literally colored by the ground the weavers walk on. How cool is that? Next, we have Fa Si Kula. Now, this one tells a different story. Its soft, light gray color comes from the soil of the Thong Kula Ronghai, a massive plain in the region, so the color really reflects the unique character of that specific landscape. Then there is Fa Si Madan. This fabric gets its beautiful dark brown from the bark of the local Madan tree. It's a completely natural and sustainable process that's been used for generations. Just amazing. Now, the color of Fa Si Laduan is this delicate, pale yellow. This gentle shade is created using the petals and bark of the Lam Duan flower, which, fun fact, also happens to be the official provincial flower of SiSaKet. And finally, Fa Si Makluia, which is truly special. The dye for this comes from the fruit of the ebony tree, and it produces a deep, glossy black that is just so distinctive and highly prized. Okay, so we've got these amazing natural colors, but what about the patterns? Now we're going to focus on SiSaKet's most famous and iconic weaving pattern, the lukgao. And this intricate design wasn't just pulled out of thin air. Just look at this comparison here. The inspiration for the geometric lukgao pattern comes directly from nature, specifically the scaly texture of wild rattan fruit. The resemblance is just unmistakable, isn't it? There's another really great way to picture it. The source material describes the pattern as resembling stacked Kanom Pyak Poon, which is a type of layered Thai dessert. You can just picture those beautiful, stacked diamond shapes in your mind. But this pattern is so much more than just decoration. For the people of SiSaKet, the lukgao pattern is a powerful symbol of their cultural identity. It's woven with real intention and worn with pride for special ceremonies and important religious events. So, having a beautiful pattern is one thing, but actually creating it, that's another story entirely. Let's take a look at the incredible skill and the deep history behind the physical act of weaving this fabric. Yeah, this is not some new trend. The weaving tradition in SiSaKet, especially for these complex patterns, has a history that stretches back over 200 years. That's an art form that has been preserved and perfected over centuries. So how in the world do they get that signature raised pattern? Well, it's a highly specialized process. Weavers use a multi-heddle loom with 4 to 5 heddles, which allows for a lot of complexity. This lets them use what's called the yoke-doke technique, which creates that intricate, raised pattern you can actually feel. Now, a tradition this rich and this important absolutely deserves to be protected. So for our final section, let's see how modern efforts are making sure this vital cultural heritage not only survives, but actually thrives for future generations. And this preservation isn't just happening by chance. The provincial government has made it a major priority.
They're actively promoting local materials, helping develop these crafts into recognized OTOP or community products, and by doing that, they're boosting the entire grassroots economy. It's a win-win.
So, when you put it all together, the diverse people, the unique dyes from the land, the nature-inspired patterns, and centuries of skill, the result is a fabric that's a true reflection of SiSaKet's local wisdom, its natural resources, and its incredible artistry.
Which brings us right back to where we started. Can a piece of fabric tell the story of a land? Oh, absolutely. And that leaves us with one last thought. What stories, what histories, and what identities are woven into the seemingly ordinary objects in the world all around you?